welcome back to Guillotines and Guitars. That was unexpected. Just caught me off guard there. We just two-stepping in the Wild West there. And welcome back to the Guillotines and Guitar Studio here in Hartsville, South Carolina. We are on Season 2, Cut 5.
Cut 5.
That's pretty good. Cut 5. I'm excited.
That's very good.
I'm beside myself. I'm cutting corn and doing cotton. Like you, Scott. What took you so long to get here?
You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So who works the hardest out of you and Chris? Because your hat's all clean and pretty looking. And look at
Chris's
mine.
Hat. Got sweat.
What happened
Paid
there?
its dues. Not to you.
Looks like you got grease on there.
That's sweat, man. That's hard work. That's checks. That's money. What your shit got?
That's
Your shit says, I'm on EBT.
That's burger grease you got on the Come on.
All right. This Monday night, and it's time to do some guillotines and guitars. And our topics tonight are hot topics. So hot.
So hot.
So hot.
Tell them how hot it is.
It is. We had to take it off the damn burner because the popcorn was overflowing. Did that make sense?
That's really hot, boy.
Our guillotines topic tonight is we're talking about the famous, infamous, the demonous, the unemployedness, Pee Wee Gaskins. What the hell is unemployedness?
I don't know.
I made that up off the fly. It sounded good, though.
Pee Wee Gaskins probably is that, whatever it is.
Oh, he didn't have a job. Oh, he had a job, but it wasn't working for the state or it wasn't doing no good to the federal government, I guarantee you.
He worked. Now, was Pee Wee
He
kin
had
to
night-
you or
he
was
did
he
night
kin to
shift.
Scott? Who was Pee Wee kin to, you or Scott?
Well, I mean, look at Scott. Look at me. Who do you think is kin to?
I mean, I'm just wondering.
Scott looks like a Neanderthal.
a Neanderthal.
I'm
Chris
pretty.
looks like he ate Pee Wee.
Ouch.
Don't hit the table. Don't hit the table. Keep your hands off of it.
All right, that's our guillotines topic. Guitars topic. We are talking about Les Paul, the great,
Fantastic.
infamous, fantastic,
Legendary.
Les Paul.
And his guitar collection.
Yeah, and his guitar
Apparently,
collection.
there's a guitar collection we didn't know about.
Yep.
We'll be talking about that today, won't we?
They don't make. I mean, Trey plays PRSs all the time.
Here we go.
Gibson PRSs.
I would love to be endorsed by Gibson. I'll take an endorsement from PRS. But I'm a guitar player. I'm a Gibson player.
But that's our topics tonight, and we're gonna. What we got to shoot tonight? What we got?
Ooh, do I have something for you tonight?
I am.
Let me tell
ready.
you what I've got. So I do have buttery nipples, but I mean, not personally, but I do have. I got a pack of them here. I got a pack of buttery nipples.
You were taking Chris back to his cruise.
God, don't start that shit again.
Getting a sea
Oh my
leg.
God.
I saw the look when you said that. He started licking his lips. He was like, oh.
See what you started.
Look at my nipples. Look at my nipples.
See, just shut up, Scott.
Listen.
You get him started.
sorry.
Give me one margarita. I'm going to open my leg.
I ain't opening nothing. I mean, she ain't
So
opening nothing.
the shots that I have today are not the butter nipples yet. We'll do the butter nipples later. But the first one is called
Creamy nipples.
Jacques Mousse
What?
or Mousse.
Is that French?
Yes, it's French.
It sounds French.
Yeah, it is French. Look.
Let me read it. You're reading it wrong. Let me read it.
Yeah, it says, no,
It says,
Mousse.
hold on, Cleo
That's chalk.
Moose.
It's not
Where
Cleo.
did you get Cleo?
It's CHOE. That's Cleo.
Calling me now.
CHOC.
Calling me now.
CHOC. How is that Cleo?
Chio. It could
Chalk.
be
Chio.
either or.
It's
either.
chalk.
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 You know what? I don't care. I'm just
Chalk is MOUSSE. That's moose. That's moose. I was being funny with the mousse. It's moose.
You go to the counter and you don't get the normal stuff. You like, what I ain't never heard of before.
I'm gonna try something different. Yeah.
I
so
like
I decided
it,
to try something
I mean,
different.
I like it. I ain't talking crap. I'm just saying, I have literally never heard of this before.
Well, where I was at today, they had a lot of different types too.
Were they going out of business?
I just got. Why are they going out of business?
It smells good.
It does.
Did you already drink it?
No.
Oh, he did open both sides though.
Oh, congratulations.
He is graduated.
So I thought we did the shots after you spun the coin.
That is what we have been
Yes,
doing.
that's, you
That
know what,
is-
let's put these
let's
shots
get-
aside. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah,
I'm
leave it to
sorry.
Chris.
I'm sorry.
You're just in a hurry.
I'm
Carol,
sorry.
You flipped the coin this time.
Yeah.
You hadn't done it in a while.
I
We'll
have.
spin it.
Get your
I didn't get no practice. Run.
booger peeking fingers out. Let's do it. Oh, I already know what it is.
There we go.
I'm going for some horror, baby.
Guillotines.
Guillotine.
Guillotines. Ah! Love it.
Now we can take a shot.
Thank you for keeping me on track, brother. That's what we got you for.
That's it. That's what you got me for. That's all. I hope it's good.
Chris said he
It
don't
does
need
smell
a shot.
Here's the guillotines.
It smells strong, to be honest with you.
You know well,
Thanks for that.
Table.
hey, guillotines.
Yeah, walk out.
There we go. Oh, it tastes like coffee.
Booze in
Yes,
it,
it did, John. Thank you. It tastes like coffee, though. Does it not?
It does.
It's got a little coffee taste to it.
That's a Starbucks drink
Like
right
a
there.
cold brew. Sarah
What'd you-
Fur, if
what'd
you
you pay
listen,
for
it
that?
tastes like your cold brew that
What'd you pay
serve
for that
all the
4-pack?
time.
$32.
I don't remember. I'll have to look at my ledger.
You and boy, if you and Scott put your ledgers, me and Carol's gonna be out of business. We just owe too much money, man. We just can't pay it.
I've invested a pretty good bit in this show.
I have to.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that Carol's invested a lot too. So you about the only one is lagging behind.
And Trey,
But you know
Trey
what?
I
come,
feel attacked.
You know what, Chris? Why don't you get the hell on that? Just get somebody else.
Let's go.
Trey come in the door and he says, Scott and Carol's not going to be ahead of me. And
You know, I
he's
got
running
one
us
person in
down.
mind, and I'll bring him in.
Yeah, we've upgraded. We've upgraded a good bit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, hey, no, all bullshit's bull crap set aside. Thanks to you. I mean, you brought all this nice technology stuff, all these nice cameras that looks at the moon and sees the
We
comics just coming to attack us. And
Yeah,
The
these
comics or the comet?
are the comics. Oh no, here comes Carrot Top.
I mean, no, look at all these. No, he's got some. I mean, multiple of expensive cameras. That one's
Yeah,
probably
but I think-
worth more than my
I think,
my Danger Ranger.
but
It is.
I think we're the only ones who can see the cameras, Chris.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, you don't really see the cameras
Yeah,
on.
anybody watching
That's
that can
okay.
see
When
the
you
cameras.
point,
Well-
if you point at a camera though, then the person can see that the screen just went
Well,
off.
we got a lot of nice cameras, and this thanks to Trey. Trey has upgraded this show. I'll say it first.
We're
He
moving
has.
on up.
Oh, moving on. But yeah, appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you being on, and thank you for everything you do.
I'm glad to be here.
I mean, look at this
I'm glad
bar.
to be here.
Look at this
We
bar that I put money to that before you say any damn thing.
Well, hold on. What part did you put money in?
I got the sponsor to put
Oh,
that
you did.
down.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
you did that. You did that.
Yeah, big thanks to our sponsors too. Thank
You did that. Hey, I want to shout out and real quick now that you just brought that up, and I failed to do this, and this is my fault totally, but I should have. But I want to thank Carolina Printing and Trophy for helping me out with that logo that we've got on the front of it here.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey. Thank you, brother.
Corey's the
Corey
man.
at Carolina Printing.
Corey's done so much for me, and now he's obviously done so much for the show too. And I meant to say something when we used this bar for the first show for this season, and I did not, and I failed to do it, and it's been on my mind ever since. So, Corey, Carolina Printing, thank you so much for the graphic up here, which helped
You
out
the man.
immensely when we did our live show a few weeks ago. Everybody saw this bar up on the stage with our
Yep.
banners. So everybody was taking pictures and everything, and so that helps out a lot. So
They thought it was a damn rock show.
did a good job. Yeah,
That was like, when's the band's coming on?
it was a rock show.
We had so much production stuff on the stage. I was like, where's the band? That was awesome, man. The owner, Benji, came out and he was like, what is all that shit up there? I
You
said
had language, Chris. Yeah,
was
people
like-
out
I
there
was
chanting. They thought that was the name of the band.
He was like, "What
Guillotines
is
and
all that
guitars.
stuff?" I said, "Well, that's our podcast." So he's like, "I ain't never seen nothing like this." He's like, "It looks like a rock show about to come on."
We don't do anything half-assed.
Yeah, yeah. I said, "Ben, you need to just go on doing what you're doing. We got this up here." But we appreciate Creepy Hollow for having us on that night. We thank
Yes, we do.
you. We thank you. Thank you. All right, guillotines. We are talking about the Pee Wee Gaskins.
Pee Wee Gaskins, South Carolina's own Pee Wee Gaskins.
Born in
He
Florence,
had you
South
been over
Carolina.
somewhere, didn't he, Scott?
No.
That's family.
Well, that's 10 minutes of editing the Trey has to do.
This is going to be ridiculous.
I see you still traumatized by it when I said it. I'm sorry. Trigger something?
I just quit. No. I just. Oh, you talking about him? Oh,
Yeah.
No, I was traumatized just now because I was just thinking about the fact that I was going to have to edit something. But you know what? I'm not editing any of it. So what you say?
Scott has no secrets in here. This is a safe place.
Yes, we won't tell anybody.
He can take it all.
We won't tell anybody.
But right here in South Carolina, he did that big old killing spree.
Florence, South
He was
Carolina.
born in Florence.
Coward towards the
He was
like
born in Florence.
Lake City.
No, he actually did all his crimes out towards Coward, didn't he?
He did them.
He did the hitchhiker
Kinda.
thing for a good while, out towards Coward and all that.
I think so. But he was kind of all over for a while.
Yeah,
early in his life.
From your address all the way to Coward.
Because I mean, he was in and out. He was in and out of prison just about his whole life, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he got sentenced for his first murder. Was it 1976?
I think so.
He wasn't a very big guy either.
No,
No,
he
he
was
was-
small. He was
Very
he
small.
was short. Where you got the name Pee Wee from?
You think he took offense to that?
His
I
name
don't
was
think he
Donald
did.
Henry. His
Yeah.
nickname was Pee Wee. Scott Pee Wee Gaskins. So is he kin to you or is he kin to you?
More. I mean, look at Scott's face and look at mine.
Because you know
who
they got
looks
the
like
ancestry
more
of the DNA.
that who
We
would,
should do a
Yeah,
thing where y'all take a DNA
you
and
do
see
one.
if one of you
Scott
are
would
kin to
looks
Henry.
more likely to not be around
Wee
a
Gaskins.
schoolyard. He has to be 500 feet away.
No, but do you know? My mom actually met Pee Wee Gaskins.
Get out of here.
She probably scolded him.
She said,
Look at my nipple.
I knew it wasn't going to be long. I knew it wasn't going to be long.
"Sorry, Scott. Sorry, Scott's mom. Couldn't help it."
But seriously, your mom actually met him?
When she was working for the highway department. She was the.
She's been working for the highway department forever.
Well, she hadn't been working there for 15, 20 years now. I think
She retired from there, didn't she?
Yeah, but she,
still.
But that
she was
a good while ago.
yeah, she was the maintenance engineer for Florence, and she got a call about a drainage issue on a property.
A head was stuck in it.
No, and so she went to the property, and her assistant was riding with her. When they pulled up, it was Gaskins was on the mailbox, and the guy who was with my mom said, "This Pee Wee Gaskins lives here," and he was like, "Turn around, let's not go here." She said, "No, he called, so we're gonna go see what the issue is." And she said he was the nicest man she ever met. I mean, he was.
You know how many
Nice
people I've
and-
heard say that?
You know,
Yeah.
I wonder if he
But-
had thoughts of killing your mom while he was talking.
Well,
Well, that's what I
Hey,
thought,
nice-
but she had somebody with her, so I was like,
Well, my grandma
She probably had
Doris,
thoughts.
my grandma Doris, she actually has met him a handful of times.
it's crazy
At the,
to think
flea
about. You
market.
know.
Family reunions.
No,
or
it
something?
was at the flea market. There was a flea market in Florence she'd always attend to. And here's the kicker. He always drove that hearse to it. And he'd get out, he would be like a merchant, he'd be buying stuff, from the flea market.
We're to try to find that hearse in New York to buy it for us.
But that's crazy that he did all those things and drove a freaking hearse around.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Hey,
hearing-
please
Perfect
arrest
cover-up.
me.
I remember hearing stories about him driving the hearse, and like people would ask him, you know,
What you got
Pee
in
Wee,
the
yeah,
hearse?
why
Yeah.
you got the hearse for? You know, I keep bodies in there, you know,
Got a
joking
couple
around,
dead bodies in here.
but who knows if he was joking around or not?
He probably won't.
He had a sticker on there, I heard. Your mama was in here last night. Is that true? I made that up. I don't even know. I don't know where I was going with that.
I tell you what,
You're trying too hard.
I know.
yeah, if Debbie Barfield was in here,
I think you should.
I
I
wouldn't
think you
wa- I
should
wouldn't
call
like
her
it.
and get her on the phone and let her know
I
what
think
Chris
I might
said.
need. Let me do that.
Don't do that, please. But that's crazy.
Hold on,
that-
wait till after the break. Let's get that phone set up. Let's get Mama on the phone. We're gonna have a
Let's
talk
get-
with Chris.
But that is insane that he was. That's what I would hear all the time. Everybody who would talk about him that has met him,
Said that he was.
nicest guy, the nicest guy ever. You wouldn't think he did anything wrong. Very respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. And,
Yeah,
you know,
Then be cutting your throat.
he'd be boiling you in a pot
Yeah.
with your feet hanging out of it.
that didn't the male guys that he killed, didn't he castrate them?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think I.
Because I ended up reading that
that.
book to find
I
the
was like,
truth.
my God.
That's the thing. You can watch the documentary, but the book tells the gruesome.
Like I
Which-
couldn't put
It
it.
tells
down.
all the
book?
details. The truth of. It's called The Truth.
The final truth.
The final
The Final Truth.
Yes, The Final Truth. And Kimberly has read it, and
Who-
I haven't read
Who
it.
wrote that book? Do you know?
I can't remember who wrote it, but I can look it up. But
It was somebody who
he went to the
dealt
jail.
with him.
And, yeah, he
It was some dude that dealt with him in
and
the
he-
prison.
And Pee Wee Gaskins told him the deal was that he couldn't release it until after he was executed.
That's right. Yep.
He was executed what 91.
91. Yeah, and he was sentenced, I think, in 76.
Well, every time they went to kill him, he'd be like, I know where another body
Yeah.
is.
But can you tell us why he ended up finally getting killed? What did he do in prison that finally?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay,
We'll
we're
get
gonna
that
wait a
now.
minute. He's wanting to.
We'll get to that in a minute. But every time they went to execute him, I know where another, and he'd give up another body.
Well, not only that, I think they did away with capital punishment
For a while.
for a while when he was on death row. So that's why for a long time he wasn't executed, and then South Carolina brought it back. I think in 90 or 89 or something.
Yeah.
At least by 91.
Do you know how he was executed? Was it gas chamber?
Electrocution.
Yep.
He tried to kill himself. Didn't he cut his wrist? Or I think
don't know.
he
Probably.
tried to kill himself the day before he was supposed to be executed. I think he cut his. I think I remember reading something about that. But I read the book. Didn't he? And the book was. It's been years since I read it, but like you would start reading it, and it was a book you just couldn't really put down. You know.
Obviously, I obviously need to read it because Kimberly, she was like, she's read many of books of horror stories. She said that book right there gave her chills
is.
because
I
it
need
was
to
so
read it too, 'cause
graphic
I hadn't-
and so
hadn't read
detailed.
it.
It is.
You need to get it and read it. And didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, he killed his niece, I believe, because
Yes.
he wanted to kill her
Yep.
friend or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And was that your third cousin or fourth cousin?
I don't have a rebuttal. That was good.
I don't think he was kin
was
to
good.
Pee Wee. I think they were just lovers.
Oh, he liked cruising too.
But
Oh yeah.
a short story. So
That's where he
him
got
and
the name
two
Pee
other
Wee from was Chris.
him and two other guys like this. They were thieves. They like steal cars, and they had a little thieving
you
ring.
didn't like him hanging out with them two other guys.
I didn't. Made me
Made you
feel
jealous?
some type of way.
Here we go.
I called my cousin Leatherface and have him took care of it. But anyway, so he was a part of a little thieving ring. People he trusts, like what?
Like you.
There's just something about the word thieving ring.
Yeah, thieving ring.
Hey, keep up with the acronyms.
People,
Keep
people,
up with the damn acronyms. I'll learn you something. Don't screw that bolt.
hey,
Unloosen it. is
I'm
what-
losing it.
people he trusts
I
like
speak
you and
Walmart.
cousin.
Keep up.
People he trusts like you and cousin Ken or grandpa.
That's right. So he had his, I don't know their names, but he had his two fellas that he run the roads with, and they did a lot of thieving. So one day they was
You thievers.
they was
The
taking
Thieving
a,
3 was that the name?
they was
Thieving
at a
3.
tree taking the engine out of
Stephen
a car
III
that
had
had
a
stolen.
tree.
Yeah, I like that though. The Thieving 3 had a tree. I actually like that. That's good work, Scott. So the
thanks.
Thieving 3 had a tree, and it was taken out of a engine. And so one of them made
Is
a
this
comment.
going anywhere?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes. One of them made a
Okay.
comment, and I think this is actually in the book. One of them made a comment like, man, people's been asking questions. And Pee Wee took it the wrong way. Like, okay, he's talking to somebody, you know. So he didn't say nothing to them. They continued taking the, engine out of the tree. He backed up and shot both of them in the head. Killed both of them. Because he thought, like, when the guy said, people's been talking, he was like, oh, yeah. He's been snitching on me or whatever. Shot both of them in the head. People that he's been thieving with forever. That's what kind of mindset that guy had. Don't matter. Like, that's like me and you thieving together, Scott. Like, Scott,
Well, I don't thieve, so
Well, I'm just saying.
you must be
Like,
talking about
hey,
a
Scott, look
different
at that cotton picker tractor over there. That looks great, don't it? It picks cotton really good.
I'm gonna go thieve it.
I'm gonna go thieve it. And I'm like, go ahead, Scott. Hey, go ahead, brother. I'll help you. And we thieve it together. And then you said, people's been talking. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a snitch. I'm gonna have to get rid of him. I'm gonna have to pop him in the head.
Well, if he would kill his niece so he could kill her friend or rape and kill her friend or whatever.
Dude was messed up.
As
Man.
far as you being
Oh
friends
my
with him,
God! And this ain't in the story. It's in the book. Do you know about the little infant baby at the pond? Oh my God!
well, and
that
that's
is awful.
why he wouldn't let the guy release the book until after he was.
That
after he was
dude did
executed.
some awful
Do
mess.
what? Infant.
Infant, like you still got the whole like a
Yeah, that's-
7-month-old baby.
It was
How'd he get infant?
he got the mama and the infant, but
Because he thought the infant's gonna tell on him.
no, he just and that's why the guy who wrote the final truth. That's why because he told him everything, and that's why he would not let him. That's why he agreed not to release the book until
Until
Pee Wee Gaskins
dead.
was executed because people in prison would not take kindly, I guess, to
Oh yeah.
to the things that he had done. But they done different TV shows.
If he would have disclosed all that to me and then said, I'm telling you all this, but you can't release a book if you're going to write it, I'd be like, I'm telling everybody in here.
You'd be like, you will not
Now.
be at the family reunion next year.
Like this story right here about the prison killing he did, his cellie next door.
Sally?
He got.
Cellie. That's
That's an ex-prison guard talking.
yeah. Hey,
That's ex-prison
keep
guard
up.
talking.
I'm a professional at this.
That's
you
what
keep
I
up.
was wondering.
But anyway, it don't say all this, and I can't remember how the story went. But the guy that was locked up next to him had did something horrible.
Didn't he get paid to
Yeah,
do
exactly. The it
Someone
was
hired
so
him.
it was the guy that was next door to Pee Wee Gaskins had robbed the store and killed
The owners, the guy's parents.
the parents, and the guy was so angry with the guy he contacted Pee Wee Gaskins. It's like, hey man, I need you to take this guy out. He killed my damn parents and whatever. But it don't say that in here, and I don't want to tell it because I really don't know how it went. But I know that's the basis of it, right?
That guy got convicted also that hired him to do that.
He did.
He did get convicted.
But he what he did was
He devised
he put an
A
explosive device in.
through check this out, through a wire. It was like a charge. So the guy was like, "Hey, let's talk to each other through some cups or whatever."
It was a radio.
A radio.
A
I
radio,
think.
yeah. And he somehow drilled a hole through the wall, and the guy put the cup up to his ear, but the wire was
Radio.
actually it was an explosive cap or explosive cap.
Yeah, well, so he
cap
went-
explosion?
He had it in
A
the
cap
radio.
explosion
and he told him he had to put the
Explosive cap.
radio close to his ear.
blew his head off.
Yeah. So there's actually a phone,
That's where they was like, okay, enough's enough. No more bodies. We got to get rid of you.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
Yeah. Yeah,
that's when they executed
And
him.
and when they went, he was like, "Hey, I got more bodies." I was like, "Well, I guess we won't never know."
Oh yeah. So he you can listen to the phone call that he made right before he executed when he was, I don't know if he was, I guess, ordering the stuff, talking about what he wanted to put in the
He
radio.
was like, "Yeah, my nephew Scott Barfield knows everything I did. He's out there picking cotton, free as a bird. Need to
Yep, but
investigate
I want to
him."
leave everything I got to my lover, Chris.
But there was also TV shows about him. The meanest. No, he didn't.
I heard you. I just didn't respond to you. I ain't gonna. See, I'm doing good with my language. I want to drop F-bombs on you right now, but I'm not.
Yep.
See, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I appreciate you. Good job.
So there were several different TV shows.
Sorry, go ahead.
The Meanest Man in America, Born to Kill, several different things where they done documentaries or whatever on him, but he was ruthless for sure. He wasn't I'd like to say he wasn't playing
Was
with
he
a full
Eazy-E
deck of cards,
ruthless?
but I don't know if he was Eazy-E ruthless or not. But he was.
Nobody got that.
He was one of Florence's
Governors.
thoroughbreds, I guess you could say.
He was a governor.
A governor of what?
I don't know.
Good job. Good job. You brought that one out. Yeah, you
I
did a good job
I
there.
got stuck in it. I got stuck in the mud.
But
how many? I mean, out of you three, how many times did you hear one of your relatives say that they knew Pee Wee Gaskins?
well, not as
Well, I
many
had-
as you did because we
Yeah.
weren't kin to him.
Yeah, well, I wasn't kin to him. I had, like I talked before the show, I had somebody that I know that had some sort of relation, and I can't for the life of me remember what that relation was. Honestly, don't remember if they were neighbors, families were neighbors, or they knew somebody that
sexual,
was.
or was it?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's what it was. No, I don't know. But that's my that's the only connection I have. That's why I don't have anything to add to the stories because I don't know anybody.
I heard a lot of
but
stories.
I know this one person who did, but I don't remember what it was.
You don't even remember what the story was?
No, that's what I just went through that whole thing to say I don't remember. I don't know what that story was.
Trey,
This
I
was a
don't
long
even know
time
when
ago.
we went to you right now. You had a dry ass answer. Nothing. You had nothing to bring to the
Please, it
table.
was better than whatever the hell you just said. I think you just came up with it. You couldn't finish. I finished my statement.
And
So how many people did he kill? Do
oh
they
my
know?
God, I don't know.
It was over a dozen, but I don't
well,
think
nobody
they
really
have a
knows because
confirmed number.
he's still trying to give up bodies
Well,
when he was
he's
executed.
not now. I mean,
And how many?
I mean, before he was executed, he was like, "I got another body." I was like, "Nope." And
he got locked up in 1976 is when he got locked up for murder. So he spent, I would say, the majority of his life in prison. How many years did he actually get to kill? And
well, I mean, I think he was charged for murder like back in the 60s and went to
I
prison.
think it was 76, I think.
I think most of his
So
life he
then-
was in and out of jail.
Oh, he was. In May of 1976, a Florence County jury took only 47 minutes, finding Gaskins guilty for the murder of one of the 8 victims, Dennis Bellamy. So he got convicted for killing a man. He was sentenced.
I
he
killed a
sentenced-
man.
Sentenced him to death by the electric chair. That death sentence was overturned by the South Carolina Supreme Court in February of 1978. And rather than face a new trial, Gaskins pled guilty to the murders of Bellamy and 8 others. So that's 9 people right there.
Yeah, that he.
He ate others?
No, well, he may have, but
Well, I think I did read he was a cannibal.
He
too,
did cannibal
so,
stuff too.
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
given 10.
he did all of it.
10
Well, somebody that does that
concurrent
kind of
life
stuff,
sentence.
you can't hold any, or you can't say that they wouldn't do even worse,
Yeah,
or not
there's
even
no
worse, but
telling.
more.
There's no telling what all he done. But yeah, because it even talks about him having like coastal kills down at the beach in different places.
Oh yeah.
And he talked about the first woman hitchhiker he killed, that he could do anything he wanted to her. He said he realized that he said I could do anything I wanted to her,
Yeah. But there was, I
That's
don't
a
know.
sick mind.
There was
think that. I mean, it actually goes.
I forgot
through.
who was telling me. There was somebody was telling me that he worked with a black woman, and she said he was the nicest fella until he said something one day, and then she like reported him or something, and then she ended up disappearing, and it was in a plant in South Carolina, paper mill or something. I don't know. I just can't remember who told me that. Does that click anybody in here?
Not with me, but
No. God dog it.
So he basically killed from 1969 to 1975 or 76.
well,
maybe.
no, because then he killed a guy in prison. So
Scott, did Uncle Pee Wee?
And that was in 1982.
You know, did he get?
Yeah.
Did you sleep with Uncle Pee Wee when he was little?
no, I didn't. He wasn't my uncle either, Chris.
Rudolph Tyner, great uncle to some Tyners we might know, but Merle's Inlet. Tyner was appealing his own death row sentence after being convicted for robbing a Merle's Inlet convenience store.
Trey, you ready to go live with your phone? Yes. Because I'm about ready.
Is this what?
I'm about ready to punch him in the mouth.
Is this what we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get it. HD coming at you in 4K.
I
can't help you was abused by your uncle. What the hell?
Can you imagine if he wasn't caught and got to run for 10 extra years, how many more people he'd have killed?
Do you remember the word?
Stop.
It puts the lotion on its skin, Scott. It puts the lotion.
I think you're recalling some of your cruise days.
Can we get you and Chris to
Scott,
take
if you don't
DNA
act
test?
right, it gets to hose again.
Look at my nipple. Look at my nipple.
We should get you two to take DNA tests and see if either one of y'all's kin took any Gaskins. Like
I could go on and
Donald
on.
or him.
I've had so many stories pass my way by this guy. I mean, and everybody, it's just amazing to me that every single person would, before, they tell you the horrible things, he was the nicest guy. He was the nicest, respectful. He was this and that.
But don't you hear that about a lot of people when they do something terrible?
you do. You
They
do.
always
All the
they
time.
always say, "Oh, he was so nice. I would never expect it from that
Yeah.
guy."
I actually-
you never hear of a serial killer that walks around just being a piece of shit. You know, to everybody.
Yeah,
I
go
knew
up to
he
Scott
was
like, hey,
killing people.
dickhead.
Yeah, they're like,
Your face looks stupid.
Yeah, Debo's been coming down the street, beating everybody up, and he did this other stuff too. That's crazy.
That is true.
That's crazy, though.
That is true. That is what you hear about.
How evil this guy was.
That's right. It's a stereotypes.
Driving around in a hearse and literally telling everybody, I got bodies in there.
Well, hold on. So let's go back to the 60s and the 70s. My dad actually rode around in a hearse to high school.
Get out of here.
I'm not
Are you
kidding. I
serious?
swear to God, yeah. But we had peace signs and anarchy symbols and stuff painted on the side of it. But he
had a hearse.
They absolutely rode around in a hearse. Yeah.
What? There's a guy.
You got pictures of this?
I've seen 2 pictures in my life. And I don't know if I have them or if he's got them, but I know there are 2 pictures that exist of the hearse that they rode to school in.
There's a guy at Creepy Hollow, or he used to work at Creepy Hollow.
Hold on. I already know.
Drove a hearse.
He wants to get on the show. We'll talk about him after the show, but I
Is he going to try to kill one?
Is
of
he the
us
one that has
after show?
the smoke coming out and all that?
and the movie,
Yeah.
yes.
The movie.
The movie?
Oh, he has a movie. They made it Sugarloaf Mountain,
When
a horror movie
They were skiing.
on leaves.
Is the movie on like YouTube?
They
or
were
anything?
saying skiing.
It's I mean, I've never watched it, but it looked pretty professional.
I'd like to watch.
I think I saw
We'll talk
something
about it after.
something about that
I don't want to
on
mention his
Facebook.
name right now, but
I think I saw something about Sugarloaf Mountain.
yeah,
movie.
that was
That
him.
was him?
Yeah, that was him.
So he made the movie.
He's actually came. He's at Max. He was like, "Hey man, I love your show." He obviously listened to the show. But
I love Trey on that show.
He never said that.
Well, they don't say it. They don't say it, but they mean it.
But he was like, "Man, Scott's face is perfect for a zombie."
Kill him.
No makeup or nothing. Just bring that raw face.
We just put some bolts on his neck.
Put a light bulb in his mouth.
That'd be me.
But he listened to this show. So that's pretty cool.
He still drive the hearse.
Yes, he does. He does. He works at a hospital. That's what's so funny. He works at a hospital and he does cleanup after. He's like a sanitation nurse, I guess. I guess when they get done with the major surgery, they threw all the bloody towels on the floor. He goes and sanitizes it.
You think he probably takes them home?
In 10 years, if he's on death,
He keeps in the back of the
I
hearse.
have no comment.
Hey,
If I had a hearse, I would probably just park in front of the hospital just for the fun of it. I know that would be kind of wrong, but I'd want to.
What?
Maybe I
Damn
wouldn't actually
I'm
do
gonna say it, but they told him he can't drive it. He said they was like, "Listen, you can't drive it in here no more. You got to be more professional than that."
well,
Yeah, I take it back. I probably wouldn't actually do it, but it'd be funny in my mind.
But we'll talk about it after the show. I'd like to get him on the show. But anyway, your Uncle Gaskins, so he was fucked up in the head. I'm sorry.
Language, Chris.
That was my first one of the night.
No, that was
all right.
like your fourth one.
Yeah,
It's not.
there's been a few already. I know you had too many of those Jello shots before the show.
That was literally just Jello shots. There was nothing.
No, they're like
segment Trey. You go and cut his mic
So I
off.
wonder where
his mic's been off the whole time. Only we can hear it.
wonder where Pee Wee Gaskins is buried at if he's in Florence County.
That's good. Yes, we know that.
Don't look at me.
Hold on. No, let me look at it right now.
Chris, I was going to say about those Jello shots while you're looking that up. Is that they're like edibles, like you don't think they're doing anything, and then all of a sudden,
damn wall is gonna be melting on me.
Yeah,
now?
no. In your case, you just start dropping an F-bomb constantly.
Yep.
Where is Pee Wee Gaskins buried at?
If that's the case, he must be doing Jello shots all the time. Then
Hold on, I'm asking serious questions.
It only took a couple.
Oh, they giving me coordinates. Hold on.
Did you ask him where was Uncle Pee Wee?
No, that's
buried
asking.
at?
That's asking for your position.
I wonder how many people actually attended his execution.
Wonder how many people attended his funeral. That's stuff you should know.
Because you can.
The families
can go attend the
absolutely.
execution.
And I would think, and that's a really good question, but I would think
That'd be kind of rough to see somebody get electrocuted.
it would be. But if
I guess if he did something to your family member, it might be.
if he'd have killed your mama when she went out there to check on some stuff, you'd have probably been there.
It's not telling me anything. Is it
Scott-
private?
Scott, I'm going to be the only one that doesn't say anything about Pee Wee Gaskins and your mama.
Well, I think you
No,
already did.
I didn't say.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I thought you did.
I didn't say anything.
I did not.
bad.
Hold on, let me rewind the tape.
Come on, Chris.
It's not
Can you
showing.
can you phone a
It's
family
not
member or
showing
something?
where he's buried at. That's weird.
Can you phone?
That's because they.
Can you find anything?
After they elected
I'm
him,
not-
I wasn't
he
even
was-
looking. I was waiting for you.
After
No,
electing
it's
him,
not. It's really not pulling anything
he
up.
was cremated and they threw his ashes out to sea.
We're not talking about Osama bin Laden.
I know that. We're talking about Pee Wee Gaskins. They threw him out at Myrtle Beach.
Osama.
With the gray man?
Off the pier, yeah.
Him and the gray man's living together now?
Yep.
But really, it's I didn't get anything.
All right, I got the answer.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, I'll read this whole passage. March 24th, 1983, Gaskins was convicted of Tyner's murder and sentenced to death. Gaskins was executed in South Carolina's electric chair on September 6, 1991. His remains were cremated and scattered in an undisclosed location.
They wouldn't make him a martyr.
I told you. He's at Myrtle Beach, at the Myrtle Beach pier. That's where he was scattered.
He was at the pavilion.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got his last words.
What was it?
My lawyers.
His
lawyer.
his last words before he was executed are
You motherfucker.
That what it was?
That is so morbid. You are an asshole.
What? Well, I'm sure that's probably
that
what
was
it
funny. That was bad.
Well, how about the words right before that?
no? Anyway, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was
before,
good.
Before they flipped the switch, what was his words?
Shit.
Well, they asked for his last meal. He just said,
Give me one margarita. I'm off the leg.
no, yeah, it was about the lawyers. He said, I'll let my lawyers talk for me. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. He was ready.
He had
Ready
to
to
live in
go.
prison for years. Of course, he was ready.
Damn. I'm ready. That's a man just ready to go.
He got 10 life sentences.
He said, I'm ready.
10 life sentences to run concurrently. You know, it was, which of course
Tell Chris what that means.
means running consecutively. One after another.
Don't
That's where
replace
you-
one
that's
big
where
word
you
with
get-
another one.
That's where you get
To
them out.
run.